Back again to Sewing Princess. So it's been a long time since I haven't posted a new video. So for today's tutorial, I will show you how I made this off-shoulder top from scratch. So without further ado, let's get started. First, get your tape measure and measure the lower part of your armpit.
79.
And then measure your bust. And then add 2 inches so we can scrunch it up.
20.
And then measure how long your top you want to be.
30.
Now here is my pattern. My bust is 79. Divided by 2 for the front piece and back piece. And multiply it by 1.5 because we will insert an elastic, so equal to 59. Plus 2 cm for the same allowance side by side. So the final bust measure is 61. Now for the length of the top, the bust is 20 plus 10 cm for the peplum effect. Then we will insert an elastic here and add 2 cm each because it will serve as the channel for the elastic. And 1 cm at the bottom for the same allowance. Total length of 35 cm. Now for the sleeves, measure the length of your arm.
27.
Then measure the length of the sleeves starting at the bottom of your armpit all through your fingertips.
66.
Now the measure of my arm is 27 multiplied by 1.5 equals to 40.5 plus 2 cm for the same allowance side by side equals 42.5. Now for the length of the sleeves, my measure is 66 and I will add the elastic here plus 2 cm and 1 cm at the bottom for the same allowance. Total length of 73 cm. And then cut all the pattern pieces, and this is my body and this is my sleeves. Now for the body, face the fabric wrong side together and sew the sides. And follow it by hemming the sides with a zigzag stitch and hemming the bottom by folding it twice. Now after sewing, hem also the top by folding it twice and use the elastic for the size of the channel. Pin it and sew it with a straight stitch. Next, I mark a 20 cm long and draw a line. Same process in the back piece. So this is the line and I fold it 1 cm wide and sew it with a straight stitch. After sewing, lay it flat downward and top stitch it. And don't forget to leave a small opening for the elastic. After sewing, insert the elastic through the channel. The size of the elastic is your normal measure of your bust and your waistline. So what I'm doing is I am using a stick and securing it with the thread by wrapping it through the stick and elastic. But you can use a safety pin if you have. and then close the open seam. Now for the sleeves, fold it and sew the sides with a straight stitch and follow it with a zigzag stitch. Also hem the bottom by folding it twice. Same process at the top of the sleeves, like what we did by hemming the top of the body. Then I mark a 25 cm long from the sleeves and 8 cm at the bottom. Draw a line and use it as a channel for the elastic. And then fold it and sew it with 1 cm wide, and don't forget to leave an opening for the elastic. After that, lay it flat and sew it with top stitch. Same process to the bottom of the sleeves. Next, insert the elastic according to the size of your wrist and your shoulder. After inserting the elastic, close the open seam to secure it. After sewing everything, sew the sides of the top and the sleeves with a straight stitch, like 2 inches wide. Sew the upper part of the elastic and the lower part of the elastic. And this is the final long sleeve off-shoulder top. But then I decided to change my design because I think it's a little daring for me and I don't want my boyfriend to get mad. But it's still up to you if you want to be this way. So here's my another design for this top. So first, seam rip the sleeves from the top and then remove the elastic in the top of the body. And then I ended up cutting it with scissors by removing the elastic because I ripped it too fast and ended up with holes, so you should rip it slowly and properly. And measure the width of the top and add 3 inches of its length. Then connect them together at the top by sewing it with a straight stitch. Then hem it with a zigzag stitch right away. Then hem the upper part by folding it twice with 1 cm wide. And then mark a 2.5 cm by 8 cm in the side of the top. Then cut it. Do the same in the other side of the top and in the sleeves. And get the sleeves and pin them together. And sew it with a straight stitch. And hem it with a zigzag stitch right away. Now get your elastic according to your preferred size of your shoulder to the other shoulder. And then divide the elastic with the 4 equal lengths and pin it in the center front and the center back and side by side. And then stretch the elastic and sew it with a zigzag stitch. And this is the final long sleeve off shoulder top.